Welcome to my video tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at the Livescribe Smartpen. It's the Wi-Fi version and we're going to see how good it really is. Now in your pack you get this pad here, and obviously you get the pen and you get a USB cable. Now the USB cables are only for charging the pen. You can't transfer data with it, so remember that. So let's have a start and show you what to do. So when you first get your pen you need to set it up, and you do that by using the front page of the pad here. And as you can see here, you can select left-handed by clicking on it, or right-handed. You can choose audio compression if you're required to make the actual audio recording smaller. You still have 2 gigs and you can sync straight to Evernote anyway. Brightness for your LCD screen, you can change language. Also you've got software update, you can turn the Wi-Fi off and on, or you can sync automatically by pressing that button, but it does it anyway, so you don't really need to do that. And there's your keyboard. So there's your basic options. So what I'm going to show you is how it actually works in a concept. So let's find a blank page. Right, we're ready to go. So I need to write something. Now before I actually write anything, I need to press the record button as well, because how these pens work is when I tap the record button, the pen will start recording the sound. So if you're doing the minutes, for example, and you're writing notes during a meeting, it will then sync to the audio notes, which is really handy, and also lectures when you're pulling out key points from a lecture. So shall we try this out? So I'm going to speak as I write, because that's why you know how it syncs when I play it back. So first you press record button. 1. My main test. 2. My second test. Then tap the stop button, and now they both should be synced. Now we can check that and play that back. Now it automatically syncs to your Evernote, so don't worry about that, it's automatically syncing now. What we can do with this, if I click the pen at the end, for example beginning or end of 1, it will then play back. Show you what I mean so you get an idea. So if I click on 1, it will bleep. My main test. 2. My second test. Then so that works. So because I clicked from 1, it read back the whole document if there was one. Now if I was to click from 2, it should only read back from the second line. Let's try that out. My second test. It's a great way to coordinate all your notes. So next we're going to look at a bit more options here at the bottom. So you can see we've got the record button. You can also pause your recording through a lecture, and you can also stop it. Also at the bottom here you have the playback speed, so you can speed it up or slow that down if required. You've also got the volume by tapping it up and down, and change the volume that it's actually reading back. Okay, so what I'm going to show you next, because there's 2 cards that come with this as well to set up your pen. I'll show you the front page of the pad, but they give you these as well that you can carry with you if you need to, which are really handy. I'll carry one with you wherever you go just in case you need that. Most of these options you've got in the front anyway, but they're good backups. So let's have a look what we've got here. Now at the top here, I showed you that earlier, which is the sync now option. So you can sync all your files to Evernote and recordings. You can turn the Wi-Fi on and off just by tapping it, and you have a software update here. Now I think the software updates for the firmware of the pen. I think it's also for new options, if I show you down here, of Wi-Fi share. Now these don't work yet. I've clicked on them and it comes up on the screen on the LCD, coming soon. Note Facebook doesn't work as well, so bear in mind that will probably be updated through the software update option. Also on here you have a keyboard, which is great when you're putting your password in and stuff for your Wi-Fi. Scan for networks obviously scans for Wi-Fi. You can then select, go through your Wi-Fi connections and then select the one you want, then add your passphrase. Click enter and it's done. It's that easy. It's not hard to set up. The Evernote account is free as well, so that's no issue to set up as well. Okay, so there's the basics of using the pen. Now I did say to you, with the pen you get a cable with it. Unfortunately, you can't use the cable to transfer your documents and files to your computer. It doesn't let you do that. You can only sync using the Wi-Fi. So bear that in mind, you can't do it manually. Okay, next we're going to be looking at Evernote and see how we can use that to sync with the pen. See you in a second. Hi, welcome back. Still looking at the Wi-Fi Smartpen. I showed you how to use the basics of the pen and how it automatically uploads and syncs to Evernote. I'm now going to show you Evernote. So first we need to open it. Now I've opened Evernote. If we go to the top here, this button here will sync. So if you don't actually see your recording or notes in there, click that button once and it will sync to your Evernote account and bring it in from the server. Okay, but it's already here. This is the one I did earlier. Now the first option is page 8 on the pad. If I click on that page 8 and scroll down, there's my handwriting. Dodgy I know, but it's there. Now underneath we've got the audio sound. So what we can do is we can sync them together. So if I go to the audio option here, just double click in here with the left mouse button, and there we go. There's my notes I did, and bottom left hand corner I can actually play that back. So what will happen, it will start playing back and it will highlight the text which synced with the audio, so then you can get all your notes down and check them all. Great for doing your minutes for example in a meeting or even doing a lecture and you want to get down your key points. It's just a great way to organise everything. So let me click the playback button and show you exactly how that works.
1. My main test. 2. My second test. Dent.
And there you go. It's all synced with the actual time when I actually wrote the text. So great for organising all your notes. Okay, so I'm going to close that window, go to top right hand corner, and it brings us back to exactly where we were. If you decide you don't want any of these notes, all you have to do is right click them and click delete, and they're gone. Okay, so it's quite easy to organise. The positives with this is that it automatically will sync with your Wi-Fi to Evernote, so it uploads all your notes and your audio. The downside is if you haven't got a Wi-Fi, then you can't upload the notes to Evernote. You cannot use in the USB cable it comes with. That is only for charging, so bear that in mind. You have to have a Wi-Fi. But it doesn't matter too much. I tried it on the iPhone 4, so I created a hotspot and I could sync all my notes and audio from the pen through my hotspot on my iPhone that you carry with you when you normally go anywhere anyway, and it uploads it straight to Evernote, so when you get home all the information's there anyway. But it's kind of a good way to organise stuff. If you lose stuff and you're not very organised, at least you know everything's been uploaded on there automatically. Okay, I think it's a pretty good product. Give it a try. It doesn't do OCR as well, which I should mention. Now if you're not familiar with OCR, it stands for Optical Character Recognition. It converts handwritten text into normal fonts, which is handy for many people. Some people with dyslexia, dyspraxia, kind of use these options as well. They're really useful. With dyslexia, it can be really useful. You've got a lot of reading to do because you can then convert that into text and listen to it back, and you can edit it. Now this doesn't let you do this. Also, using the Wi-Fi Smartpen option, that I think's a bit of a downside to it is that you can only use it in Evernote. Nothing wrong with Evernote. It's a great bit of software, but it kind of limits you. You can only use the Wi-Fi pen with Evernote. So also bear that in mind. Hope that was a help. Have a go yourself and see how you get on. Thanks for watching. Learning made easy.